Lads and ladies, welcome back to Neimad Is Vaping. Today we're going to be having a look at this giant thing, the Squid Industries Double Barrel. Alright guys, so here we have the Squid Industries Double Barrel box. Pretty sedate looking box. So here you've got the company logo. Really very little on the sides. You've got exactly what it is here. Nothing apart from your little warnings and that there. Now here is the back piece. This is a little bit of a rundown on the company, so if you want to freeze frame this and have a bit of a squeeze, you're more than welcome to. Alright, so let's open up and have a look. When you open it up, you are met with your instruction manual. It does come with a whole bunch of different languages, but really, English is really the only one you're after. Now, normally I'd say take this out, we'll put it aside, but there really isn't much to look at here. So the only other thing in the box is these little discs. Now these discs, we'll move that out of the way, these discs are simply to help protect marking this. So we're going to go over the mod here. On the side here, you've got your fire button and Squid Industries. Now as we rotate the mod, there really isn't anything else. It's a very basic little device. Up the top here, you do have your screen. You do have your 510 plate. Now what we're going to do is we're going to throw some batteries in this. Okay, last little bit before we put the batteries in, we'll take off this battery door. Now as you can see on the battery door here, your plus, your minus, and your battery contacts. No fancy hinges or anything on this mod. Now, you look down the barrel and there's nothing down there. Right? With this mod, you do have to be a little bit grown up to use it. That's what I think anyway. There's no easy way of doing this. So, alright. Positive up, negative up. Now your battery door does take a tiny little bit of interesting to get it in, but there it is. Now, 5 clicks to turn him on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get met with Squid and your screen. Very basic little screen. So you've got your battery indicator, wattage, you've got your resistance and voltage. That's really it. So menu options, 1, 2, 3, 4. Locks your device, so you can't actually change your wattage. 1, 2, 3, 4, unlock him again. 1, 2, 3, flips your screen. 1, 2, 3, and 5 clicks to turn it off. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to throw a tank on this. We'll come back up top, you'll look at my ugly face, and we'll go over the last few bits of it. Alright guys, thanks for coming back and looking at my ugly face. So, the Squid Industries Double Barrel, as you can see on the table cam, it's a very simple and simplistic little device. Not a lot to it, not a lot of fancy writing or fancy colors or anything like that. No massive screen, very, very, very sedate looking device. And I absolutely love it. Let's just go over a couple of the little things first. The fit and finish on this device is second to none. The paint on it has lasted, and I use this every day. This is an all day, everyday carry for me. It sits in my gear bag, it sits in the cup holders of my car, it goes absolutely everywhere with me. It's never very far away from me and my person. So as you can tell, it's something that I use on a daily basis, and I really can't get enough of it. Another thing to note is the screen. Now the screen is absolutely fantastic. Bear with me here, I'm just playing with it. It's very basic, yes, it is, but it's functional. There's no temperature control on this. There's no puff counter, there is no fancy stuff that most people would not even use anyway. A little bit of backstory about the company. Squid Industries aren't massive. They're a fairly smaller company, but the good thing about that is their customer service is 100% second to none. I have not come across a company that has got better customer service. If you have an issue with your Squid Industries double barrel or any of their devices, they are there to help, and they are very, very responsive. The owner of the company, Eric, has a Facebook group, and he's in there all the time answering questions, letting people know what's coming up, how the company's going, where they're going for shows and stuff like that. And it's really just a fantastic group of people. I feel like I'm at home when I'm in that group, and I can have some interactions with others. Fit and finish, as I said, really fantastic. The engraving here on the front of the device is very deep, and it's almost like it's been punched in. There's no bare aluminium showing underneath it, and the paint on this is really nice. Fantastically clicky button. I don't know if you'd be able to pick that up, but that button is really clicky. And the left to right feature, I'm not sure if you can hear that either, but it's really nice and firm. It's such a really great button to use. Screen is nice and bright. It really is. Once you've woken the screen up, it's really, really bright. You can see it in full sun, total darkness. It doesn't matter what light source that you're in, you're able to see it, and it's functional. It tells you your wattage, it tells you your battery life. That's all you really need. You're not going to be looking at how much voltage you're drawing as it's right up to your face. You're just not going to. Other than that, other nice little things I can say about it is I love how they've included those two little discs. So you would have seen on the table cam a little packet of 2 discs. That solves one major problem for me. Is I'm always worried about scratching the top of the device. I tend to keep my devices like I would a child. They're very, I wouldn't really call them babied, but they're very well looked after. And having these little discs in here could potentially help with a bit of heat transfer as well. But my devices don't heat up really hot. I just don't let them go that far. Fantastic little touch, and not having all the extra junk in there that you see in other device boxes is great for me. Okay, one thing that you will notice is the lack of a USB port on this. You really don't need it. The company they're confident enough in their chip to know that it won't need a further update, and that's fine by me. Most of the devices I have, barring about 2 or 3, have never had a firmware update, because really, I just don't see the point in it unless it's, a really big device with a complex chip in it. I don't see the point. So big ups to Squid Industries for that. Okay, so that's really about me for explaining the mod and going over it. We'll have a couple of hits, and then we'll go over some final thoughts. Now this is again my standard Alien build. It's a 0.26 5 wraps, I think, running at 85 watts. Now I do know that this does look a little bit stupid on here. This device is really only for 24 to 25 millimeter devices. So your smaller atomizers, drippers, and tanks. Power delivery through this is really great. Now, if you left me here alone, I'd vape this all day. I really enjoy this device, and ergonomically, it is fantastic in the hand. It just feels great, and you can thumb fire it, or you can thumb fire it, or you can finger fire it, and it just comes up really great either way. Alrighty, so final thoughts on the Squid Industries double barrel. I absolutely love the device. I have never, ever, ever come across a device that I enjoy using so much. Fits well in the hand, looks really good. There's no extra frippery or junk or things that aren't really required on it. It's really, really, really good. How would I rate this now? It's pretty evident how I rate my stuff. Do I use it in my daily rotation? Every day. There is, without question, every day I'm using it. Will I buy it again? Very much so. I'm looking at getting a silver one very soon to go matchy-matchy with another device that I have, and I think it's going to look absolutely fantastic. Okay guys, next review. The Digiflavor Rip Trippers Ferro Mini. I'm going to do a full build in this one. It is what it is. It's Rip Trippers, but hey look, I think the device is okay. Guys, thank you again for joining me. I really do appreciate all the views, the likes, the comments, and the subscriptions. Please leave a comment down below if there's anything else that you'd like me to talk about on this device. Comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. I do have a lot of social media links down in the description below. Please check me out. I do post I'm getting there. I'm slowly getting there. All this new stuff, I've got to try and keep control of it. But yeah, thank you very much once again, guys. And a big shout out to the Salford Vapor over in the UK. Absolutely fantastic guy. I'm going to leave his link down in the description below because he did that for me on his Bonza RDA review. Go and check him out. It's just like walking into someone's home and being greeted and just chatting about vape gear. Remember to edit this out, dickhead.